Israel continues its attacks on Gaza, resulting in 32 Palestinian casualties.
Disclose 20 fraudulent websites impersonating banks and national public service portals.
Key Sun: preserving the cultural identity of ethnic minorities in schools.
Hello everyone, you are watching today's news on NTV channel. My name is Đăng. Let's get started. Despite progress in ceasefire negotiations, the Israeli Defense Forces have continued with intense attacks on the Gaza Strip, resulting in 32 fatalities and 41 injuries.
The Israeli Defense Forces stated that they have used fighter jets to attack the city of Khan Yunis in southern Gaza, following the launch of rockets from there towards a residential area near the Israeli border, causing 32 fatalities and 41 injuries. The IDF has also carried out heavy attacks on coastal locations in the central region to support ground forces. Additionally, Israel has conducted ongoing artillery and drone strikes on the city of Rafah. These intensified attacks aim to evacuate the population from this city in preparation for the Israeli troops' incursion.
The Animal Disease Center of the U.S. Department of Agriculture has determined that a highly pathogenic strain of avian influenza aged 5N1 has likely spread to dairy cows 4 months before it was detected by the U.S. authorities.
This information is presented in the latest analysis of genetic data conducted and recently released by the USDA's Animal Disease Center. The study also indicates that affected livestock had no clear connection, suggesting that there are still undetected herds infected with the virus. This corroborates evidence that H5N1 has emerged in the U.S. dairy industry months before authorities took notice of the virus outbreak. H5N1 is a highly contagious avian influenza virus that can cause illness and death in both humans and poultry. Since November 2003, H5N1 has resulted in over 50% fatality rate among infected individuals.
Experts from Information Safety Department, Ministry of Information and Communications have discovered and disclosed 20 fraudulent websites impersonating social networks, banks, email services, and national public service portals.
When accessing these fraudulent websites, users are tricked into installing applications containing malicious code. These applications allow the scammers to take control of their phones and steal information and assets. Earlier in April, the Information Safety Department issued a warning about a fraudulent website impersonating the Cybersecurity Monitoring Center, advertising support for recovering money lost to scams with a success rate of 99.9%. This led to many people falling victim to asset theft once again. The Information Safety Department has also recommended that agencies, organizations, and businesses proactively scan for and detect fraudulent websites impersonating their entities and provide early warnings to users.
Coming up next are some updated news.
This morning at the stadium in Dien Bien Province, Dien Bien Phu City, the Central Steering Committee for Celebrations of National Holidays and Important Historical Events organized a rehearsal for the parade commemorating the 70th anniversary of the Dien Bien Phu victory. The focal point of the program was the military parade and march, involving over 12,000 personnel from the Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Public Security, and Dien Bien Province. The rehearsal evoked strong emotions among the people. This was the final rehearsal in preparation for the official ceremony on May 7th.
After nearly 2 days of search and rescue efforts, the search and rescue forces have discovered the bodies of 2 missing fishermen from the sunken squid fishing boat in the early morning of May 3rd. Specifically, on May 4th, the rescue team identified the location of the sunken squid fishing boat with registration number NA4611TS, which was found deep under the sea approximately 5 nautical miles from Kua Latch. Due to the significant depth of the sunken vessel, the search and rescue team deployed a diving team to approach and examine the scene. By late afternoon, the bodies of the two victims trapped inside the boat were found and handed over to their families for funeral arrangements.
On the night of May 5th, early morning of May 6th, Vietnam will experience the peak of the Eta Aquarids meteor shower. This year, the Eta Aquarids is expected to be unusually large, with around 50 meteors per hour during its peak, although it still falls short compared to other meteor showers like the Quadrantids or Perseids. In other years, the Eta Aquarids typically produces around 10 to 30 meteors per hour during its peak. According to the Vietnam Astronomy and Space Science Association, to observe the meteor shower, it is recommended to check the weather conditions beforehand. Choose a location with a wide view to the east, minimize direct light interference, and prioritize safety precautions.
In line with educational reform and enhancing the quality of teaching learning, during the 2023-2024 academic year, the education sector in the Highland District Quezon has intensified efforts to educate students on ethics, lifestyles, cultural behavior, and life skills. Especially noteworthy is incorporation of traditional cultural values of the local ethnic communities into school education.
Every Monday, students at the Muang Long One Primary Ethnic Minority Boarding School in Quezon District will wear traditional costumes of their ethnic group to school. Additionally, they will participate in extracurricular activities, performing traditional Hmong ethnic dances and songs.
Through these activities, we not only train students in life skills, but also instill qualities such as love for the homeland, patriotism, and appreciation for beauty. Consequently, students become more conscious of community building and preserving the traditional cultural heritage of their ethnic group.
Recently, schools in Quezon District have integrated local education programs into subjects and extracurricular activities. This includes teaching students about traditional costumes, folk music and dances, ethnic instruments, historical and cultural sites, customs, festivals, and folk games. They also organize cultural excursions and competitions for students.
At the beginning of each school year, we direct schools to develop specific focal points for each month. These directives include themes and topics aimed at preserving local cultural heritage, integrating life skills education for students, and fostering the preservation of local cultural heritage.
Quezon is a locality where over 95% of the population belongs to ethnic minority groups. The people here have preserved many unique traditional cultural aspects for a long time. Therefore, it is important to explore the cultural values and create an engaging and interesting learning environment that instills in the younger generation a sense of preservation and the importance of preserving the ethnic cultural identity even while they are still in school.
This is the end of the show today. Thank you for watching.